All right. What's up, everybody? Um, just give me a sec. Let me finish this. Okay, what I'm doing today and right now is I'm going to be recruiting my 2-1-2 team. I've done 2-1-2 way too many times and had it work, and then I get that one team who there's just idiots on it, and like, oh yeah, and we fail and we suck, and then I rage, which I love raging because I actually love it. I'm actually good at it. It doesn't really affect me. It's more just like you're being a doofus for rage. Anyways, and I just prefer a nice game environment without the without all that raging, and with just a team where I could log in, get my 3 wins, and then log out, and that be that. So, right now, I just want to show you a few things. Right, this is my 2-1-2 team builder vid that I did very well in, and to explain this to you, let me just diagram it out first, alright? Let me give you the diagram so you understand. We'll do one of these diagrams in Paint and one of these diagrams in Word. Alright, so first what we want, okay, 2-1-2, we got no jungler. We got no... Well, we have a support. But... but basically what I'm trying to say is that alright, so we have a support, but we want... I like games where all 5 people are kicking butt. Okay, I hate the games where it's like, oh, you're the support, you gotta build gold and come sight stone and do nothing. So, I don't like that. I don't like that, and I've made it work where we don't even need to use that. So, if you literally check out right now, this is a recording of my recording. Okay, you see this build right here? This is not the right order because I had to mess it around in game. But as you can see, it's Trinity Force, Rabadon's Lichbane, Iceborne Gauntlets, Seraph's Embrace with Mana Muna. And you can see my stats here. I have... Ugh, I hate it when this happens. And you can't see like the last player because this little stupid bar's in the way. Anyways, but you can see my opponent, okay, is building tanky. He's building a normal support. He had his gold income item. He's got Sunfire Cave. He's got Lockwood's Iron Solar. He's got Zeke's Herald, and I don't know why he has Twin Shadows, but he's got Twin Shadows, and he's got boots. So what ended up happening in this game is it's literally, this is me, Thresh. This is my ADC, Quinn. Okay, literally we faced off against the same exact people. So you can see a direct effect of, you know, that my build kicked butt and his build stunk. Anyways, I can show you a ton of clips. Basically, I'll link this because I want you to be able to watch the first 5 minutes, which is literally just what's going on here. But if you can do it on your own, that'd be great. But I'll let it play in the background. So right now I have a tier. I'm building a tier. Oh, it goes away. And he's got his gold income item. So from the start of the game, it's like I have more damage, and he has nothing. So, and he only has like 3 regen per second. And I just have a Sapphire Crystal. So it's whatever. So I'll let this play in the background, but basically what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to support who's going to be building a gold income item in a Sightstone. It's really just not like what, you know, I want on my team. And I don't... Sometimes it works, but like when it doesn't, and you get stuck, and that's that. It's like you can't do anything because all you're able to do is nothing as a support who does that. And I don't care if you know, I don't care who gets the kills. I just care that we work as a team and we play together. So what I'm trying to say is that I want 5 people on my team, all 5 of them able to do damage, able to kill, able to do everything. Okay, I'm support right here. And as you can see, at the end of the game, I'll go back to that little spot. Okay. I don't build a gold income item. I don't build a Sightstone. And I still have my endgame build that's perfect. So I don't need to be some sort of a punk or like the team The team do nothing support who just builds tanky and CC. You know, it's we don't need that, okay? And I don't want that. So right now I'm specifically searching out. I'm not trying to tell you guys, let's debate. What do you guys like better? Tanks and CC or damage players? I'm not trying to have a debate about that. I'm saying I'm searching specifically for damage players and not for tanks. So if you are a tank, you like to do that, fine, but don't message me. Thank you. You can message me and say, hey man, let's discuss this, okay? And I'll have a literal debate with you, okay, over our discussion. But we're not going to be saying, hey man, I want to be on the team, okay? I usually play tank. Will you have me on your team? Because that's not what we're looking for right now. So this right here, I want to show you this, is I literally, at this moment, okay, I'm faking. I fake that I'm going to go for Ahri in this play, 2-1-2, okay, with my Nasus, and obviously I'm Kassadin, okay, and we're using this literal and exact right here. We have an AP top and an AD top. Together, the AP is going to be more supportive. He's not going to be stealing the CS. So all I'm doing is I'm just dancing here, and because I'm there and I'm dancing, this Ahri gets boxed out. And that's how this game, this style, this strategy goes. And we were able to, on our first, this is 5 minutes in. This is literally 5 minutes in. When did the game start? This is 3 minutes in. Look, this thing has taken 1/3 of its damage. Okay? So, this is a faster paced game. If you're not so good and you don't know how to play a faster paced game, you're not willing to, you know, commit and sort of not dive and be patient, then this is not probably the style for you. But if you're able to do that, okay, while playing aggressively and doing a lot of damage, this might be the style for you, and I would love to have you come join the team and at least, you know, check it out and see if you like it. So I wanted to show you that, and we want to check. So that's a 445. Here's the next one. Let me see what I can do here. So we do the same thing, okay? This is all from my viewpoint. I was not able to lull replay this and like jig around with the camera because I didn't record it with lull replay. So we're gonna do the same exact thing. We're both we now have all the minions. Okay, this top laner has 0 minions, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna make, so she sees both of us coming in, she immediately starts running back like, oh crap, I'm gonna die if I go in and fight. So that's not what's going on. We're literally just boxing this person out. So because we're both here, we're able to box this person out. So now what happens, right? Excuse me, I'm sorry. So I want to literally explain this to you before you come into the team, okay? She attacked me, okay? If I stay there, I'm going to get blown up with damage. So I, like, ran back. I'm going to try and run back and evade, okay? I'm taking the heat, but Nasus was able to pump out, like, 3 or 4 more hits on the turret, okay? Let's see from when she first attacks me. So she jumps me. That's 1 hit, okay? He's still on the turret. 2 hits, okay? 3 hits on the turret. He's just chilling. Okay, so he was able to pump 4 hits out. Alright, honestly, 3 hits would have been perfect because he did get blown up a little bit there. So what I'm trying to say is that we want to be dispersing heat. And what I mean by heat is the aggro. We want to be dispersing the aggro. And this is the perfect one right here. This is where I just enjoy being a 2-1-2 player and good. So I'm taking all the heat right here, which is perfect because now Nasus, my AD guy with actual damage, can hit the turret. So at this moment, when Ahri actually starts to hit Nasus, Nasus should back up and Kassadin should walk forward. It's a classic sports technique, step and sag, okay? See, he backs up, I walk in. So now he's not taking damage, and I was able to get 1 hit on the turret. So anyways, this is not the best example, but this is a very good example where it does work. And you can see in a few moments what happens is, whatever, we end up taking the turret. It's the first turret in game that we take. So the reason why this is important is because now as you see the turret go down, I'm trying to distract Ahri. Ahri, am I saying it right? No, Akali. I'm trying to distract Akali so Nasus can get all the damage done. So that's what happened. I did kind of screw up there, okay? That was a pretty crappy maneuver. I should have just not initiated, and then I would have had full health. The turret would have went down, and then we both would have had full health. Of course, whatever. Sometimes stuff mess ups. Sometimes you're too amazing. So you're too not amazing. You're too like heated in the moment. So the reason why this does work in 2-1-2 is now that our lane is pushed, as you can see by my little mouse on the minimap, our lane is pushed past the halfway mark. Our guy has time to be swinging. Okay, our 80 melee killer has time to be swinging out of lane, okay, for this miniature window of opportunity. He probably has 3 minutes before maybe our top lane opponent shows back in his lane. Okay, this is all about being patient and just knowing, okay, that your team is going to be progressing and pushing harder and faster than your enemy. So that's kind of the strategy. I do want to show you real quick, this is the rune page that I use on Kassadin for this game, and this is also the rune page that I used on Thresh for, of course, that game. So I did end up, this one is a perfect rune page specifically for Thresh, but I find that I don't like it as much as I do like this one. They both work fine, but this one I'm able to start, and as you see, okay, at about whatever, we end up going 5 kills, and the enemy ends up having 0 kills before we die once. Let's see if I can skip to it without it lagging and loading and buffering. Yep, this is where I die and she dies, because their enemy jungler finally came up on. So we have 5 deaths, literally, and 4 kills. 5 deaths and literally 5 kills, okay, before we go down once, which is now 7 minutes into the game. 7 minutes into the game, we're up by 5, okay? Literally, our team is up by 5, okay, because of us. Alright, so it's very simple. It's not tough. I don't want to see anything like this on my supports. If you like to build gold income items and you enjoy that, then fine, don't message me. I don't want to hear from you. But if you are willing, okay, if you do normally build that, and you're willing to be building something like what you see here going on, okay, actual damage items, and you'd like to be able to play on a team where you don't have to build a sightstone, you don't have to build boots, and you don't have to build a gold income item, then please message me, because that's what I'm looking for. A lot of games that I play, I will have a Bloodthirster, you know, as a mid-Aatrox, alright, just hear me out. I will have a Bloodthirster, my first built item, before anybody else in the game has their first full combined item. And it's really tough to be the only one on my team doing that when all your other teammates are still buying pots, still buying wards, and they have boots. Okay? In the situation that a player buys boots, you really want to be buying them only if you need them. You don't want to just rush and build them. They're so cheap that it's like you can buy them at any excuse my language, any time. So it's not something that we want to be rushing. It's something that we want to say, alright, we can go to this later if we need to. Otherwise, let's build some damage. So I have a lot of problems with that as well. A lot of people think that, you know, oh, let's buy and build boots. Let's not, and instead buy damage. And if we can't run away and we're dying, then let's maybe build boots then. So, of course, you can see at the end of the game, if it loads, it probably won't load, so whatever. But you can see at the end of the game here, this won't load either. Oh, at the end of the game, here we go, they left. I wasn't even able to start. My 2 builds, okay, is Manamuna, Sork Boots, Lichbane, Void Staff, Archangel's Staff, Rabadons. And by the time you get all that together, you have Manamuna combined to Muramane, and your Archangel's Staff is now beginning to transform, beginning to go under a transformation of Seraph's Embrace. And you still have a ton of damage. That's really what I brought out as like a starter build for people to understand how it works, how to start. Okay, it's literally Manamuna first. Okay, you know why? You know why we build Manamuna first as Thresh, even though he has AP? Because when you're actual ADC, if you're playing as Thresh and you have an ADC with you, okay, when fights actually begin to go down, you don't do that much damage with your spells. So what are you going to be doing damage with? Oh, of course I screwed up this match, and I don't do Manamuna first. What are you going to be doing damage with? Your Manamuna attacking. So I've done a lot of games where I just have a Manamuna, and my opponent has a gold income item, and suddenly my Thresh support and my ADC are crushing the opponents because I can literally just auto attack. I don't even have to land spells. And as soon as I do land spells, it's even tougher for my opponents to get away, because that's how Thresh works. So it's kind of incorporating a lot of things here. There's a lot of things that I want to tell you guys about that I am just having too much mind block right now to really explain them. But, okay, so here's what I want to say, alright? when we do have, I don't know what to put in the background right now. I'll just put this up, just for fun. Oh man, 3 defeats in a row? You gotta be joking me, Tiggy. What happened? Why did I even play? All right, whatever. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that, I thought of the coolest way to do this, right? The coolest way, literally, to do this, okay, is having, let's say you're gonna be playing this role, your top 80 melee, right now. Your best 2 summoner spells in this team, in this 2-1-2 team, okay, is Ignite and Teleport. Okay, and it's really cool. So if you have Ignite Teleport and your top support, okay, is an AP melee who happens to be Cassidon, okay, you want to be using Smite Teleport. And when you have those 2 together, it's very tough for anyone to ever destroy a turret at all, in general, period, okay, on your team. So this whole strategy that I'm incorporating here is what I consider as the 11 turrets, 1 Nexus, in under 25 minutes strategy. 2-1-2. Okay, and this works. And as soon as I get a team who is ready to be applying everything that I'm presenting, okay, all the strategy and knowledge that I have, we will not lose a single turret at all in the whole game. And we will literally crush all 11 of our opponent's turrets. Okay, it's been done before. I've done it too many times to count. And it's way too frustrating for me to explain for 5 hours. Okay, it literally takes me at least like 30 minutes to explain to the one guy who joins the game now. And now the next guy who joins. And now the next guy, he leaves, but I already explained it to him, so now I have to explain it to another 3rd guy. You know, it's just like that. It's really frustrating, it's annoying, and I just don't want to do it anymore. So, that's really what's going on here. I'm trying to be recruiting out, and this is what it looks like, alright? So, my dream team, okay, would be somebody like this. I'll literally just do it right here. And I'm not going to worry about the whatever. Okay, the cool ways about this, okay, is that we have our magic resist heavy builder, okay? His passive is magic resist. What's this guy's passive? It's armor. We have 2 awesome armors, okay? We have, right now at this moment, we have somebody who can build magic resist and somebody who can build armor heavily. So only 1 or 2, you know, if the enemy team is full of AD guys, we only need 1 guy to build armor and be that, like, you know. So there is ways where we can incorporate a tanky guy into this, but we don't want to immediately start as tanky. We want to immediately start as amazing, and then if our amazing strategy and our amazing killer, you know, AP or heavy or AD heavy builds are not working, then we can say, okay, let's fix the strat here and say, all right, we need somebody to be a tank. We need somebody who can build armor. We need somebody who can build magic resist. All right. But this is just in general, this is what I really want to be trying, okay? But the most cool, the focus is that we want to have somebody who, in their kit, has lifesteal. Okay, Zach doesn't have lifesteal, but he drops blood, which he can heal himself with. So that's like basically lifesteal. So Zach with lifesteal is going to be pretty sick. Udyr, his W, has lifesteal. Okay, and Trundle, his giant ground thing, whenever he runs over top of it, he has lifesteal with that. So those are guys who, when we have a lifesteal build, and it's when we have the lifesteal abilities, excuse me, and we initiate a lifesteal build, it's lifesteal stacking. We're stacking like 2 levels of lifesteal on top of each other here. Alright, but my ultimate that I want to try, that I know is insanely tough because I've tried it before, because Akali just does not work so well, in general. In this type of setup, it's just stupidly insane how tough it is to be an Akali in this setup. But this is the full lifesteal attacks. This is the full lifesteal spell vamp team. So here's the last thing I want to say. All right, I don't want to just be killing you guys with stuff that's too long, don't read type of video. The last thing I want to say is that as soon as we have a team like this, okay, our ADC range can focus a lifesteal attack speed build. Our AD melee can focus a lifesteal attack speed build. And our Aatrox mid, he will normally build lifesteal attack speed. Okay, just because of how Aatrox is set up, I can immediately say he will always. But we always want to have anyone who does play 80 and is our mid guy, Yasuo, okay, Pantheon, whatever. We want him to build lifesteal attack speed. If it's Bloodthirster or Phantom Dancer, because you're Yasuo and not Pantheon, then cool. If it's Bloodthirster Zephyr, because you are Pantheon and you want to be more mobile and have that Zephyr going, then cool. Alright, it doesn't really matter what you're doing as long as it's lifesteal attack speed. That's pretty much the key. So as soon as my 80 melee Zac, okay, let's just imagine with me for a moment. As soon as he does build lifesteal attack speed, like I have done in the past, okay, like true and tried successfully multiple times. As soon as he is able to get lifesteal and attack speed, Kassadin is now able to build, okay, something like Manamune and Azor's Tooth. Alright, now it's like you both have attack speed. So as soon as you go into a fight, it doesn't matter what happens, you're just going to be auto-attacking, and your auto-attacks are going to get you the kills. Which, in this game, it was Kassadin and Fiora. We had our first turret down in under 7 minutes. Okay? And our team just could not get it together. I had the only 3 turrets on the team destroyed. So I am this player who's mobile and effective at downing objectives. I don't care about kill-death ratio. Okay, if you judge somebody on a kill-death ratio in a game where the kills and deaths don't matter, of course they help a little bit. Okay, there is a point to getting kills and deaths. Okay, obviously it's going to affect your item builds. Alright, whatever. But that's not what you should be focusing on to be judging people. Okay, you should be judging people on how many turrets do they destroy, how many nexuses do they kill and get in and help to kill. Alright, because when you win a game, it's because the nexus blows up. It's not because you have 50 kills. Alright, so as great as I love to judge people based off of their kills, okay, that stat doesn't matter. I don't care about that statistic. It's whatever. It's, you know, I'm looking for a team who's going to be playing together. I'm not looking for one guy who's going to be carrying it. That's not my play style. Alright, that's not how I like to be. I like all 5 people to do work. Like when you play a game of Halo, you don't have somebody in a game of Halo or in a game of Call of Duty or any other game. In any other game, you don't have one person who runs around and heals people. Alright, there are a lot of games where you do have somebody who goes around and heals people, but there's nobody who does that specifically in League of Legends, okay? I'd rather have somebody like a Sona or a Soraka or even a Janna, okay? Build AP cannon, AP glass, just exactly like this. And I've done this before with Janna, and it's been killer. It's been so rough for the enemy team to deal with because I do so much work as a Janna that I'm losing my train of thought. So here is a little basis for rune pages. I just want to let you know that I am a good player, and here are my rune pages to prove that I've been, trying this as hard as I can to be putting together something like this that does work. I am working on, this is the only rune page I don't have fully done yet, where I want to have, I thought about this. I've gone into like deep meditation, where I want to have crit chance glyphs, crit damage marks, and armor penetration marks with 3 quints of attack speed on my ADC, and I think that is going to be just that one rune page to slay them all. So that's going to be the new one. That's going to be the one rune page. I don't have the one rune page, but basically something like this on Kassadin you would never expect, but it's just so dank. You would never expect something like this on Thresh, but it is just so damp. It is so tough for my opponents to be pulling through a victory when I do so much damage with my team, not just as a do-nothing support who doesn't do anything. So whenever I do incorporate this type of strategy, I never get one ADC to actually complain and be like, hey, Tiki, you had 17 kills, I had 29. Okay? I'm starved. Okay? You took too many kills from me. Okay? There's never been an actual debate where my ADC has gotten mad at me for getting so many kills, because I don't steal kills. I just make sure that people die. That's what I do. So I'm not asking you as an AP melee top, okay, like Kassadin. I'm not asking you to steal your kills from the AD melee guy who we want to be carrying with a lifesteal build. I'm not asking you to literally blink and steal the kill. I'm saying I want you to make sure that every kill happens, okay? I am also saying do not dive to get the kill. I'm saying don't dive and lose a kill to gain a kill. I'm saying this strategy incorporates patience. And as long as you are patient, the strategy will fall into place automatically. Okay? I have too many games where I play games and there's out of lane engages nowhere near, taking a turret or under a turret, where we will lose because our allies are just chasing so much. And I've had a game literally as Caston where my allies were out of lane engaging too much and they could not be focused on the turrets, where I was a Caston and I found Teemo on my team, and Teemo on my team was the only person who was able to communicate. Literally, we could not communicate to anybody else except for me and Teemo could only communicate to each other. That's literally how the game went. So I ended up talking to Teemo and saying, hey, listen, Teemo, these guys on our team are not going to listen, and they're not going to play like teammates, and they're not going to be cooperative, and they're just not going to affect, a team strategy. They're just going to dive and go for the kills. And Teemo goes, okay, man, whatever. And so I was like, yo, Teemo, just follow me, and me and you together will go around and take out all the turrets. So he says, yeah, we start going on this. The enemy team has 11 turrets up still. Okay, so we go around and we get the first turret, and now we're ready to go for the second turret. And what happens? But our teammate Yi happens to come by, and I'm like pinging danger. I'm like, Teemo, don't do it. I'm like, Teemo, come on, follow me. I'm like, Teemo. And so he dives to save Yi. Okay, Teemo dies, and after Teemo dies, Yi runs away. And so of course Yi was alive. I'm glad for whoever that jerk was that he lived, but the Teemo said, okay, Cassidon, you're right, which was me at the time, let's do this. Okay, so we were down in kills 1-3, so we had 1 kill, our opponent had 3 kills, or we had 10 kills, our opponent had 30 kills as a team. The whole team kill board, that's what it was like. So I literally took Teemo around on the map to top lane. He came with me, we got the turret, and then as soon as we got the turret, okay, you gotta understand that as soon as you kill a turret, okay, and your turret is destroyed, that's the hot spot for the team who just lost a turret. That's the spot everyone is suddenly like, we're going there now. So as soon as you do destroy a turret, my strategy emphasizes that you run away from that area and you switch your lane. Okay, so be prepared to be doing that. So after we killed that turret, we ran to the next one, okay? While our team is drawing so much attention and heat and aggro to the 3 people that were not Teemo or me, okay? Because they were drawing so much heat, the enemy team could only focus on the distraction of team engages and team fights, okay? They could not focus on taking out the objectives. So the result of this story is that whoever this Teemo was, who I can't remember, which I wish I remembered because that game was amazing for me and it stood out like a sore thumb and whatever. Literally at the end of the game, Teemo had 6 turrets, I had 4 turrets, and a minion had 1 turret, and we ended up winning the game. The end game score was 60-20 kills. Okay, the enemy team had 60 kills, our team only had 20 kills. But the enemy team couldn't focus. They were so distracted with team fights that we were able to down the objectives. So literally, this game is not based on kill deaths. All right, if my team that game was down 60-20, okay, and we still pulled through a victory, all right, it's kind of blatant to say. As soon as you get 1 or 2 people on the team who know what they're doing and can play, it's all you need. So that's my brief synopsis. I don't want to hear a single comment like, yo man, this is not going to work, because I've done this so many times and it has worked so many times that just comments like that, I'm just going to tell you to go screw and stop talking, because I don't want to hear that. If you don't like to play this way, then go find a team who plays the way that you like how to play. I would love to find my team that plays how I love to play and how I know playing works and will win. I don't know what else to tell you. I do have 3 mastery pages for every player that I do play. I only have 6 champions so far that I enjoy playing. I will play other champions. Like, these are all my champions, but I will only play Aatrox, Diana, Cassidon, Lissandra, Thresh, and Varus. Those are my key lineup. Okay, that is my lineup. That's every single role or position is filled, where I have an AD melee, an AP melee able to tank. Wow, that was stupid. Someone who's able to jungle, who I like playing. That's what I meant to say. An AP melee, an AP ranged, okay, support, and a AD range. That's all 5 of everything. So I'm pretty comfortable with that. So expect to be, joining games and matches with me playing that. And hopefully I will have my ADC rune page done pretty soon. I don't know what else to be saying. Basically, what I want to tell you guys to end this video is I used to come up with a strategy called Plan XYZ, where it was just random letters to make up and to tell you different rules of the match. It was like Plan X was whenever you destroy a turret in your lane, switch lanes. Plan Y, XY, yeah, Y, is whenever you are faced against odds under a ally turret, make sure that you focus the minions first. If the opponents have 0 minions, the opponents will stop pushing the turret. Okay? When you have 5 minions, when you have 5 enemy minions and 2 enemy laners under your turret, and you focus a champion, most cases they will continue to fight through and continue to attack the turret, okay? But if they don't have their 5 minions and now your turret is attacking him, they will stop attacking the turret and they will run away. I can't remember what Plan Z is, but it was really good. I promise. So, if you are willing, okay, I love to play as a jungler. I love teams that have good junglers. I love good supports. I love it when I see a tank who is a support who's working well, but I'm not willing to be accepting those roles, a jungler or a tank support or even a gold income sightstone boots support, onto my team, because I just want to win 25 games in a row and then log off and then log on the next day and win another 25 games in a row, because I know this strategy, okay, it works. And another thing is that we have to expect our opponents to be smart, okay? There has only been one game that I've actually played this 2-1-2 strategy, alright, where I've had a smart opponent team, alright? So when I've actually played this strategy, the enemy team continues to 1-1-2 with the jungler, okay? But when we do find and when we do actually face a smart team, we will be expecting to meet an enemy team whose jungler says, oh man, there's 2 top, I gotta get there and help, okay? And as soon as they have their 2 guys top working together, it's gonna be a little tough. So we are going to have to expect to be facing these sort of odds. So as a team, it's gonna be great to really be working together and be strategically saying, when it's a 1-1-2, we should be doing it like this, but when it's a 2-1-2, we're gonna try and initiate this sort of a method. But we do have all roles pretty much filled here. We got the AP melee, the AP ranged, we got the AD melee, and we got the AD ranged. In most cases, when you have such a nice, pretty rainbow of a team composition, there's nothing the enemy can do, because when you do all get together, your team has much more, okay, to bring into a team fight than an opposing team has. Alright, and the way that I did base this strategy was based off a perfect team comp. This is the perfect team comp, and you will normally go into games, alright, there's probably a 50% chance that every single game that you go into, there will be an AP melee, an AP ranged, an AD melee, another AD melee, and another AD ranged, alright? There's a lot of times where we can say, alright, we want to have an AD ranged mid and an AD ranged bot, but that's, that's kind of more like a draft type of deal, where you can draft and say, I know that as my AD range this guy, I'm going to be a lot better against their mid opponent. Alright? But lastly, this is set up because this works. Okay? When you have an AP melee and an AD melee together working top, you can crush an AD ranged opponent top with any other role, position, whatever. When you have an Aatrox mid and he works his ass off, and he's against an AD ranged mid, alright? This is specifically because this Aatrox mid, this AD melee mid can win when faced off against an AD ranged opponent mid, okay? So this is specifically set up because this is specifically what works best, alright? I've done a lot of testing, a lot of experience with this, and I've gained a lot of knowledge just doing this. So I don't know what else to say. I'm presenting you the win strategy. Please come and join the team, because I can't find 4 other players right now who will join my team. Obviously, Utaka the Wise, you are my main man, because in the Cassin video you saw before, he was that Nasus, and he did rip literally faces off that game when we did work together. He was that one guy who said, oh, I'm ready to try it out. Let's try this duo top. Let's do your strategy. And so Mad props to you, Otaku. That's all I can say. I just want to log in and have my team ready to go, knowledgeable and prepared. You know, hey man, I want to play this today. All right, sweet, you're going here then. Okay. You know, it's a lot of times where you see like a I played a game recently, right, where we had a team who was, what was this team? With and this team is sick. All right, here's what happened. Alright, so here's what actually happened in the game. Let's make this a little bit larger so you guys can really see it. Alright, this is the team that I played with. This team is sick. This is a great idea for a team. But they have it screwed up. Everyone is really screwed up. And if you remember from before, let's see if I can just do this really quick and make it easy. And, oh, would you just stop? It's all right here. You have the perfect setup, team. This is the immortal team. The immortal perfect setup. But you screwed up with who goes where. I mean, you hardcore screwed up with who goes where. You have the perfect team right here, and it works 100% of the time. Wait, it works 60% of the time, 100% of the time, right? Is that how it is? Whatever. But you just, you know, it's like, we're close, okay? We're so close. Like, you're hanging on a thread here. You're perfect. But you just messed up the whole composition. Alright? So this is how it should be. I will bet you all of my RP, which is a large number of RP, okay? That if you try it like this, I guarantee you victory every single game with your team. You had the perfect team composition, okay? You had the perfect, I don't know how else to say it, the perfect team composition, okay? You just had the wrong positions. You had the wrong roles. So what's going to happen is you're going to tell me, hey man, I want to play as Malzahar, okay? And I'm going to say, all right, you're going to be AP range bottom, all right? And you're going to say, no, I play mid Malzahar. And I'm going to say, no, that's how you used to play Malzahar. Now you're going to play on a real team. Now you're going to play AP range bot with an AD range, okay? Within the duo lane, all right? This is how the game should be played. It shouldn't be played with some weird ass like tank CC guys in the bottom lane. I'm sure are there cases where tank CC is great at the bottom lane? Yeah, when you're not faced off against this freaking comp right here, because this freaking comp right here is going to just destroy a tank CC. So it is viable, just not against these guys. We could literally have an in-clan match right today. Okay, I'll take all the noobs and we'll take all the pros and put them on the other team. We'll have all the pros do a 1-1-2 with the jungler, and I'll take all the noobs and I'll put them into this strat, and you will honestly cry. Alright, you will cry so hard. I can't believe that we just lost. I can't believe we had the 5 pros together and the 5 noobs together, and the noobs just beat the pros. The freshmen just whooped the seniors. I don't understand. It's just because it works. It's because I specifically put it together because this is how it works, alright? This is what you should be doing with your teammates, with your friends, with everyone. Every game that you play should be something like this. And what you want to be doing, okay, is have... I'm going to put this all together so you can see what's going on. And people ask me, hey man, you have Smite. Why are you playing mid? I'm like, hey man, you're an idiot. Why are you asking me? Have you ever done it before? No. Then go do it and tell me how it goes after you do it. Because you will do amazing. What's going on here? Alright, I'm literally setting this up just for you guys, because I know that you guys love me and are excited to be understanding how this works. Alright, this is, you literally need to see how amazing this is, because I did this with a team, and we did this, and it was just stupid. It was silly stupid how amazing it went. Alright, so I'm going to delete these things. You've obviously understood, and you can, if you're not following at this moment, then it doesn't need to be there anyways. Alright, so let's say that you're starting at the base that's in the bottom left corner of the map. I believe that's the blue team, and your top lane has the potential chance to be getting your allies' team blue buff, and your bottom lane is near the red buff. Alright, so what's going to happen here? We save the blue buff for the AP, and we save the red buff for the AD. It's like, have you played before? Isn't it cool how it's like perfect, and you've never noticed it? So at the start of the game, you got smite teleport. Alright, you obviously just want to smite it at the start of the blue buff fight. And at the last second, Zach, you want to make sure that your Kale does get the blue buff. Because you're trying to win here, and you're being a team player. You're not trying to steal everything and be a douchebag, because you're not on that team. You're not on a team where you queued solo. And for the red buff, obviously, we're going to do the same thing again. We smite at full HP on the red buff, and we make sure at the last second on Nivea that our Cogmaul does get the red buff. Okay. And then we both go into lanes, okay. Normally, whoever did buy potions, health potions, okay, you can tank. You can tank that, and it'll be fine. By the time you get in lane, you'll still have full health. Alright? So normally, what I do is I say, whoever is the mid player, alright, you have smite too, why don't you help out on a buff? Okay? Or even if you don't have smite, and you're just that one dick who does not want to play as the team player on my team, alright, just at least help out and tank a little bit. Or not even tank, just help out, alright? So usually what'll happen is, wherever I go, I'll say send the mid player to the other side. So if I'm Kale, alright, I'll go to my blue buff with my Zac, and I'll say Aatrox, alright, go to Anivia and Cogmaul to the red buff, and help Cogmaul get the red buff so they can get out lane. Because I know how to do it. I know how it's done, alright? I've done it before. I'm expecting and already... Alright, whatever, you get it. So, if we do that at the start of the game, okay, suddenly we show both, you know, it's like 2-1-2. It's like the enemy pretty much can crap their pants, and we're just easily going to be scooping. Alright, now here's the other thing. What's the jungle for? We have the two buffs that are for the outer laners, okay, obviously. And the whole rest of the jungle, when that mid lane gets hot, when you cannot show into your lane without dying because your allies are not on the map in their lanes. So if you're Aatrox and you show up in lane, but your Zac and Kale are not in lane top, and your Anivia and Cogmaul have not showed up in lane bottom yet, obviously the enemy team is going to say, let's send 2 or 3 people at Aatrox mid to kill Aatrox, because he's the only one on the map. He's the only one that we can see. Alright, so at that moment, Aatrox should say, oh, let me get in the jungle, and I'll go take out the smaller minions. Okay, you don't want to take out the bigger minion unless you're level like 15 to 18, because you're gonna take so much damage soloing it that it's gonna be negative affecting your play once you get back into lane. Okay, let me make this pretty. Anyways, so with this setup, I have set up a ton of things. I have expected a lot of things, and so what we do want to say is that this guy right here, Aatrox, is our mid jungler. I know I sounded it out really easily, but I spelled it wrong. So, this guy right here, when his mid lane does get hot, we want him to be killing the lesser minions. Those lesser minions are for him. Let's reserve those team for him, okay? And let's reserve, when you are the mid laner, okay, let's reserve the buffs for our outer laners, alright? Let's work together as a team here. This is how it works. This is how I'm prepared to play it. This is how we're going to play it. I'm just searching for my team who is ready to understand that this is a workable feature, alright, and not join the team and say, hey, your strategy sucks, it'll never win, you're in bronze. Because I've had people say that to me before, and they lose the game because they're so hateful of their team. They just cannot grasp the concept or understand how this works. So I'm sorry for those guys who you don't know how to work on a team and you never left your room before, or never gotten out of the house or met a girl, whatever, I'm sorry for you, and I'm sorry that you're so mad and pessimistic and rageful, okay, when all you gotta do is listen and do what's necessary here. So, I will say, we just want to be doing this, where we literally this is how you want to start your build. You want to reach the end of the game like this. Okay, for our You can read that. I don't have to say it out loud, do I? If you're ranged AP, once you reach this endgame build, you want to just sell your Nassor's Tooth for Trinity Force. You're perfect. You are complete. Enjoy your complete fullness. Alright, you saw in my video, Thresh went 17 kills at the end of the game, and he was the second highest killer on the team, because he switched Nassor's Tooth for Trinity Force. Alright, that goes against what I'm saying right here, where he is the ranged AP, so he should be selling Rabadons, and not Nassor's Tooth for Trinity Force at that moment. But on that team, I queued as a solo, so I had to do a lot of carrying, and obviously I ended up doing a lot of carrying, because I did sell Nassor's Tooth for Trinity Force instead of selling my Rabadons. Wait. The ranged AP? No, I did it perfect. I sold my Nassor's Tooth for Trinity Force. Ranged AP Thresh. That's how it should be. You sell that Nassor's Tooth, you get a Trinity Force instead. Boom, your AP Thresh, that's what you do. If you're Kassadin, you sell your Rabadons and you buy the Trinity Force. Because you're a melee, okay, and your attack speed is now 50% plus 30%, alright, boom, baby, there's a reason that we have Nassor stacking with Trinity on Kassadin and not Nassor stacking with Trinity on Thresh. There's a reason for that. Alright, so literally, we want to have Thresh start with Archangels, okay, and Kassadin start with Mana Muna, but there's always that time and a place where it doesn't matter, okay, if you start with Mana Muna or you start with Archangels. The end game, you know, at the end game is what we're looking for here, not the start of the game. So I'm presenting all the information I possibly can here, so that when you do join the team, you can say, hey, I've already understood all the information. Let's talk and debate on top of everything that I just learned, and now I know. Okay, and let's not only utilize it, but progress into a better atmosphere, and learn and better, and let's get to Commander or Challenger, whatever the name of it is. And I've not played a single day of ranked, but I have so much experience that it's dumb. It's dumb. Alright, and here's the other thing. If you're an AD guy, we pretty much want to be having something like this, where I'll just say if we need somebody who's tanky, we'll do something more like this. Seriously, if you want to be more tanky, you're going to be on this team, boom, do that. Why are you getting Ginsus? Because if you're going to be tanky, it's going to be nice to have some actual spell vamp. When you get under 25% health, it's going to be nice because you are the guy with the health with this build. But literally, we want to say that this is what it should be looking like. No. Literally, you want to get Zephyr right now, okay? Because it is the highest attack speed item over Static Shiv. But I'm just putting this out there so that you know. Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Ravenous Hider, Static Shiv, Essence Reaver, Infinity Edge. And at this moment, once you do combine Infinity Edge last moment you have this build, you want to start selling your attack speed and buy more lifesteal. I'll show you that in a moment, how that is going to look. Literally, if everybody follows this tactic and technique and we play a game together, we will just win 25 games in a row. And we can log off and do it again the next day. Again, 25 wins in a row. Alright, so. Ooh. I can't remember for the life of me what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Any other 80 damage item? Alright, well, let's see. This would be cool. That would be sick. Because we need attack speed as the last item. Because we're doing lifesteal AD. Attack speed. Lifesteal AD. Attack speed. AD. Attack speed, lifesteal AD. So that's how that works. Alright, this one is lifesteal AD, attack speed AD. Lifesteal AD, attack speed AD, health AD. Lifesteal AD, attack speed AD, health AD. That's how that works. The lifesteal, attack speed, health. I played one game of Dota after going absent in Dota, the original Warcraft 3 Dota, and suddenly this just lifesteal, attack speed, health. I was like, what am I, an idiot? I've been playing this game for 14 years now and I haven't realized that once? Oh my god. So, and as soon as I did that, I won the game, and then as soon as I tried it in leagues, I won the next game, and it was just so stupid. It was so silly. So, right, this is kind of like the basis for the beginning of a build, okay? And now we want to have what our endgame build should be like, and when you see this, you're going to cry. Was it? One, two, three, four, five, six. When you have this as your endgame build, it's like you can just be dancing naked and just being like pew, 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 just not even casting spells, and like you're just nothing happens to you. All right, so if we had 3 guys on our team who had this build, obviously we would switch Ravenous Hydra for something, anything that has 80 damage, please. Okay, or attack speed at least. Alright, whatever. It's going to be pretty insane. Okay, it's going to be really insane. What I would love to be working on is the actual Will of the Ancients for my Vladimir and my Akali build. But I think it's going to be something like this. If you are willing to play Vladimir or Akali and you do want to be on this team and be playing as the AP support, that's kind of like what the AP is made for in my strategy. You're still going to be getting the kills, and you're still going to be building your endgame perfect build. You're just, you know, not going to be building gold income sightstone or boots. Alright, everybody has a trinket ward, and literally, when you do this build, okay, we expect the enemy to, like, as soon as an enemy comes in a three enemy versus 2 of us, in the opposition, we have such heavy damages to people that we don't need wards, because as soon as they outnumber us, we can still back up and be, like, destroying them. I don't know how else to say, you have to believe me, okay, because it's happened before, where there's multiple cases, where I've been the 2 guys bottom lane, and the jungler suddenly shows up, and because we are just so well-rounded, we end up killing the support, the ADC, and the jungler, and we're both still alive. And I've had in the mid lane where I've had my mid opponent literally come at me with their jungler, and I've just tic-tac on both of them, killed both of them, okay, just because my build is so amazing, so outstanding, alright? And the same thing has also happened in the top lane, where we have a duo in the top lane, and we're versus 1, and suddenly now the favors are equal, and we are able to easily, okay, take out the enemy top laner, and then right after take out the enemy, you know, jungle who's coming in to face us. It's just because the way that it works is so well rounded. It's like if they go after my Zac, you know, our Kassadin can burst and destroy, and then as soon as they switch heat and they aggro Kassadin, Kassadin can back up while still casting, and the Zac can now be bursting and destroying. So, you know, it works. And let's just say for an 80 range, because obviously this would be the melee 80. And I'm putting it in order. If you are going to try it your own order, okay, that's on you, okay? But if you do try this order, this I've done before, this does work most oftentimes, especially when you have a good team. So if you're going to try this actual build order and play on a crappy team, I'm blaming your crappy team. But if you're going to do this build order on a good team, I will blatantly put all of, you know, my investment and say it was because of your build. Not because you could play or anything. That's a joke, though. But seriously, don't be trying this on a crappy team and saying, nah, it doesn't work. Alright? You know, play this with a real team and say, oh, my team was literally bragging about how cool I was at the end because I had this build. Alright, so lastly, what could be our last item? I literally just want to say Mercurial Scimitar because 80 damage. What's going to be better than an 80 damage item? I don't know. Your ADC, you tell me. I love putting silly builds like that together, where it's like you're just so complete. There's no way to actually kill you. I don't know. Whatever the item. Anyways, any other item would be great. Let's just. I would love an 80 damage item. Okay, let's go to actual damage and say, you know, which ones are the 80 damage items? Which one could we put here for like the last item for you to be perfect? Literally just throws them out. Last item. Boom. You're now the ADC, but you're a little bit tanky. Good job. I'd love to say that, but I'm not actually going to suggest that to you, like, for legitimate. Last Whisper might be cool. If you put a Last Whisper on the end of this build, maybe you might, like, you know, that could be pretty sick. But I don't know. Alright, to each their own. Have a good time. This is kind of like the end game, what you want it to look like. Yo, stop messaging me. I don't want to talk. Okay. You're Lee Sin. Ugh. Where are you, last game, homie? Yeah, I can't stand these builds. I can't stand playing with this guy either. Because he builds like this all the time. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He plays a really, really good 1-1-2 with support and jungle, this guy. Obviously, you can kind of see that with his past 5 games being victories. He does play pretty hard, or 4 of them. He does play pretty hard too, you know, but that's not me. And so whenever we do play together, it's like we're just butting heads. And it's insanely impossible, excuse me, and tough to be playing with him. Which I literally will just continuously play with him because I love playing with that guy. So, well, whatever. Okay. That's that. I gave you all the information. I showed you, you know, if you want to build some cool rune pages, that's what they look like. This one's for Aatrox. This one's amazing. As soon as you place on Aatrox, Udyr, or anybody, it's just like stupid how sick you are. Because as soon as you have one cooldown item, as soon as you play Aatrox with, what I not save? Oh, with this. As soon as you play Aatrox with this, what's 10% cooldown? Okay, 10%. Wait. 10% cooldown. Okay, you now have 40% cooldown on Aatrox. You are beautiful. This is specifically the build that I put together specifically for this rune page. Okay, specifically. This is my Lissandra build. I do not. I usually do actually play this on Lissandra because she is more of a caster and not more of a like Thresh. When you do an attack with Thresh, an auto attack, his first auto attack does a ton of damage. So it's going to be nice to have attack speed. You know, and this sort of a build on Thresh. So this works on Thresh. This is amazing on Thresh. I've literally, this rune page has gone into dusting and rusting because this one's so perfect for Thresh. It's stupid. Alright, and obviously I say my critical chance glyphs, my critical damage marks, and my armor pen. Did I screw that up? I knew I screwed that up. My critical chance glyphs, my seals of critical damage, and my marks of armor penetration. That's how this is going to look like once I finish building it. I'm kind of stunted right now because every single rune is 820 IP, and my last 3 are going to be my quint of attack speed. So that's what my dream rune page for any ADC that I want to play is going to look like, and I'm going to try it, and I'm probably going to be able to tell you guys it's a pretty kicking butt rune page. What else can I tell you guys? That's it. That's all I want to say. That's not all I want to say. I want to tell you more. Does this even work? Oh no. Not so much. 20%, no, 10% cooldown. Okay. This is the sick build that I want to see on a Vladimir Akali, where maybe at this point we just get a Woda and say build AP. Don't really build this. But I mean, this is the complete build for the Liandry's Torment. If you've ever built a Liandry's Torment before and you've had all this in your build, you do need a team that, this is kind of like a support build, literally. Because you'll plateau. Your damage does plateau at one point. It is really good though for CC. So there is that. Don't forget about that. I put this together myself. I'm sure that this is out there as something that someone else has put together, but I didn't look up their stuff. I put it together on my own. I would put a Woda. I would do a Woda right here if you're a Kali or Vladimir. So I think that'd be pretty cool to see. I think that would be pretty cool to see work on a Vladimir or a Kali, because you guys, both of you, don't have mana, so my other build, of course, does not really work for you guys. Alright, this is like a 40-minute video right now. Who the heck is making these videos so long? I wanted to make this a 10-minute video so I didn't put you guys to sleep, but I wanted to give you guys all the information so I didn't have to repeat it again to any of you who asked me, because I talk too much, and I get tired, and I get frustrated, and then I can't talk because I'm suddenly raging and I'm not talking. But yeah, this is how it goes. And then lastly, I'll just put it right here. Did I put it right here? No, I didn't. Try this. Play support and try this. Tell me how it goes. What do I love about this build right here? What is so amazing about building... Oops. I'm going to highlight these two, because these two are depending. If you're the ranged guy, you want the Rabadons. If you're the melee guy, you want the Nasor's Tooth, alright? So, obviously there's 7 items here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if you're the ranged guy, you want the Rabadons. If you're the melee guy, you want the Nasor's Tooth, alright? So, I love this build because you can literally, as Cassidy, shoot your Null Sphere, and then attack, and boom! Spellblade, and then hit your W, and then attack. And it's like, boom! Another Spellblade, and then hit your E, and attack. And it's like, wow, 3 Spellblades in a row, what's going to happen if he ultimates? And then he ultimates, boom, on top of you, and he attacks, and it starts over. Okay? And that's what happens, okay? Where obviously all 3 are not put into 1 damage, but you get tons of damage just by doing a full burst properly. Okay, with this type of rotation. So it's so stupid how, you know, you don't realize how effective these sort of things are, and you know, you've not really tested or messed with it, and you're still trying to learn how to counter build, which I think is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Why do you need to counter build if your build is the one that's insane that people have to counter? You know, that's kind of how it works. And I am really sad. I'm like furiously sad actually. That, where is it? Consumables. You have to wait until level 9 to get one of these? What's the point of getting one of these at level 9 when I already have an item at level 9? You're so stupid, Riot. I hate you. What is your deal? Why are you so jerk-faced to me? No, I don't need any of these elixirs. Once I have an item that does damage, okay? I need these items, you know, and elixirs. I need these elixirs when I don't have items that do damage, because I don't have an item that does damage, so I need an elixir. Jesus. Man, it's like, you can't get any dumber. It's so annoying. You know, I would always buy the, is it here? Oh, you saw it in the video before, where I get a Tear of Goddess, and then I get the Elixir of Brilliance. I hit level 6, and then I use the Elixir, and now my ultimate, as AP Thresh, rocks all opponents who walk into it, because my AP suddenly is spiked, because I suddenly have AP. So if I go to use this at level 9, it's going to be retarded, because I already have AP. Thank you for screwing me. Riot, you jerks who don't know how to play. Obviously, Riot, you guys stink. Where did you learn how to play? Why would this be successful at level 9 off of, you know, being successful off of level 6 the way you had it before? Obviously, you're trying to make it so that people notice, okay, and buy these things, because obviously people are not buying these things, but you already had it how it's supposed to work, okay? People just didn't realize it, and it sucks for those people who didn't realize it, but for the people who do realize it, who do use this and incorporate their elixirs, okay, you're pissing them off. Just telling you, just wanted to be, you know, I wanted to share, you know, a little bit of real life and bring it to your game world and show you, you know, I am a real person. Alright, I can't say anything else. I've shown you everything. I think that if I have missed anything, you can ask me and I will tell you. Alright, but I think I went over everything. Plan XYZ, okay, turrets first, okay, swing once you kill a turret. Alright, plan Y is do not engage out of lane, not under a turret, okay, out of lane, not under a turret. And when you are not pushing a turret, obviously you're out of lane, so you're not under a turret, and you are not pushing a turret. So stop that engagement. Okay, do not engage, alright? Get out, alright? And then, oh, this is the last thing that I forgot to tell you guys. Thank God I remembered. Plan Z is, okay, when under a turret and facing a opposition, okay, clear the minions first, unless you know you can get the kill within 2 seconds. Okay, clear those minions first, because once you clear those minions, it'll push out your opposing turret pushers will leave. They'll have no minions to tank turret hits for them, and they will be gone. Your turret will still be alive, and then Tigudala will cheer at the end of the game when all 11 of his turrets are still up. Okay, and you've won. He will literally give you all 400 of his RP. All right, now, lastly, the thing is that a lot of people don't understand the dragon. The Baron buff. When is the best time to Baron or Dragon? When your opponent has all 6 of his outer turrets down. If you try to do a Dragon or a Baron buff before then, you might win. You might have some success. You've probably done it before, okay, but it's kind of iffy. I had a game recently where I was trying to tell my team to follow me, and I'm trying to tell them the strat, like, while we're playing. Obviously, it's not working because 2 of them go for the Dragon, okay? After they kill the Dragon... Alright, wait, let me start over, okay? I was Thresh. Okay, I would love to show you the video, but for some reason it crashed. And I can't show it to you. I was Thresh, okay? I pushed down my enemy's front lane turret and bottom lane first. I tell my ADC, follow me. My ADC ends up dying, whatever. Sorry for you, because you died. And continue to stay in your lane when it was already pushed deep enough. Alright, I did try to help, minimally, and it was not successful, whatever. As soon as that turret went down, I swung to mid. What happened? Okay, now it's like an opposition mid. Boom, baby. We pushed down that mid turret. Wow, this is like so cool. So I swing to top lane. I do this every single game, and I am just literally so pissed when people say, oh, you've done nothing this game. And I'm literally like, I just pushed down 3 turrets in under 5 minutes, all 3 of them. And you tell me that my KD ratio is not, you know, you don't like it. I'm sorry you don't like my KD ratio, but... you know, you haven't done crap, because... Alright, whatever. So, after I kill that mid turret, literally, in this game specifically that I'm referring to... I wish I had it in my match history, I think... whatever. Alright, I don't care. After I killed down... Okay, so I killed the bottom lane turret, I killed the mid lane turret, I run as Thresh by myself to my top lane. Boom, we take down that top lane turret. Okay, now is not a moment... This is not the moment to Dragon. Okay, your enemy team is going to be pissed. They just lost all 3 of their front turrets, okay? They're all going to be showing up in their lanes, ready to kamikaze, let alone, you know, fight. So, my team says, oh, let's go Dragon. And I'm like, no, get back in your lanes. It's not time to Dragon. So we get the Dragon. But not only did we just pushed down 3 turrets. So everybody in the team gets bonus gold. Okay? Everybody in the team gets bonus gold from those 3 turrets, and then we got a dragon on top of that. It's too much gold income. We already had enough gold income from those 3 turrets going down. Alright, this is not a time to be dragoning. So as soon as we dragon, okay, I'm alone bottom lane. The 2 people who were dragoning had to go back to base and heal, okay? And our top laner, I don't know what he was doing. Okay, actually he died. That's what happened. He died because he had no backup because people were dragoning. You know, how dumb can you be? Seriously, how dumb can you be? We just put down 3 turrets and now you're dragoning? How dumb can you be? Alright, so we do that, okay? And I'm like, are you serious, you guys? Like, this, do you not realize, you know, what you just did to your team? By dragoning, we just lost 2 turrets, okay? We just lost our top turret, and we just lost our bottom turret, because I was faced off, because my ADC went back to heal after she got a dragon. Great, I'm glad you got the dragon, but you couldn't get back to lane in time, and I died. Good work. We just lost a turret for a dragon? Not a good type. We lost 2 turrets for a dragon. That's even worse than losing 1 turret. That is not a good trade. So, the best time is going to be, okay, obviously there are times in-game where you can sneak and get the dragon, okay, but it's not going to be as effective as constantly pushing all 3 of those lanes constantly, okay, without letting the enemy any breathing room at all. You know, getting a dragon gives your enemy team breathing room. They can suddenly reset up their whole team, alright? It only takes 30 seconds to come back from a death. It just about takes about 20 to 30 seconds to kill a dragon when you're under level 15. So, these kind of things, they don't make me mad, they don't piss me off, they just make me sad. You know, I've been around for a while with this stupid game, and I've learned a lot of things. And when somebody screws up and does something so stupid and loses focus and concentration, and you know, they break kind of, you know, what you should be doing, what the objective on the map is, you know, it kind of makes me sad that, it just makes me sad. It's just saddening to see somebody, you know, so, you know, so animalistically going for a dragon when it's like we still have outer turrets up that we need to be downing. So what will happen is once you kill all 6 outer turrets, you can go get a Baron, and then you do push all 3 lanes past the midway point, and then all 5 of you get in mid, and the game will end because all 5 of you in mid lane, whether you get the turret or not, the other 2 outer lanes will be pushing up to the enemy base. So at this moment, I'm talking about a siege. I want to be sieging the enemy base. I want to camp graveyard, okay? That's what I like to do. I've done that in World of Warcraft when I was like 14 years old, okay? And it's just so much fun when you get in that game and you're camping the graveyard and it's working, and you can just continuously do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. So when you do get into this game, all 6 outer turrets do go down. You can literally, all 5 of you get in mid. They won't have enough time to get all 5 of them to the mid lane, okay? And normally, you can easily push down that mid turret. You don't need to get you do not need to get the inhibitor, okay? If you were trying to push an inhibitor and you are dying because you are pushing an inhibitor, run away, okay? The turrets are the focus right now. There's still 2 more outer turrets before your focus is actually inhibitors, okay? So when all 3 lanes are pushing up to the enemy base, okay, when you get all 3 lanes pushing past halfway and all enemy 6 outer turrets are pushed down, okay, this is the strategy, the under 25 minutes, 11 turrets, 1 extra strategy. When that happens, you can easily split up into the outer lanes. And as soon as you split up, you're already at the next turret. So they're trying to defend their inhibitor, alright, when you're pushing down the next 2 turrets. Alright, so it's really easy to just mass effect, to just mass streak chain victories by this tactic. And that's what I want to do, okay? I provided you all the information, okay? I just need you guys, okay, any of you out there, to come back to me and say, hey man, I like it. Let's teach me more. I want to learn through playing, not just learn through this movie and you talking. Which I can't, it literally has just turned into a movie. Anyways, I can't wait. I hope to get some emails. I hope to get some friend invites. I'd love to get some feedback. If you're gonna feedback and say, I don't like the strategy, it stinks, it's stupid, show me the proof, show me the video. I just showed you the videos, so you got your proof. And I do it too many times where I told you before, where I get in Team Builder or I get into a game and I'm telling people the strategy, and I tell the first guy, he leaves. I tell the second guy, he stays. I tell the third guy, he leaves. I'm just telling so many people over and over and over again, where once we finally get to the 5th guy, okay, I'm trying to explain to the 5th guy in Team Builder, alright, what the strategy is, and everyone's like, go, 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 just start it, he'll figure it out. And like, you can't do that to somebody because you're playing a specific strategy here where you need your whole team to be on board. And I can't just be telling, alright, let's throw you into the tornado here. Alright, and just hope that you pick it up, because I had this last game I play, I'm like, yo, the strategy here is a 2-1-2, alright? And he's like, okay, I'm good at playing Janna. I'm a great Janna. I'm like, yeah, I believe you. I totally believe in you, alright? But just don't build a gold income item or boots or a sightstone. And he goes, don't worry, I'm a good Janna. I'm like, yeah, I'm worried. So first death on the team is literally Janna. I was like, God. And of course, what does he build? He builds Spell Thief, Blade, and Boots. What could be the most worst thing that you could do to your team as a 2-1-2er, or as a support, is to build Spell Thief, Blade, and Boots. Okay, you have nothing. There's nothing that you bring to the table. You have base stats. If your rune page happens to be like 45 ability power, base stats starting ability power, then amazing. I don't care if you build Boots, or if you build a Spell Thief or gold income item, okay? Then it's okay. But if you don't have 45 ability power on starting, you know, rune page here, for starting hard 45 ability power, you're going to be screwing a lot of people over. And that's not cool. Nobody wants to screw everybody over. Nobody likes that. Whatever, you guys get it. I'm going to end this video. Hopefully somebody watches this. Mad shout out to whatever, WNX Shakido and Corolo and a few other guys who have, you know, played with me over the years and or months, whatever you want to call it. And just like literally had to sift through my poor playing because, you know, I've been trying to put this together. Hobbs the Hut, I don't remember if we ever done anything before like this, but I'm sorry it took me so long to get this video out there for you guys. You know, literally have been trying to do this forever now. I've talked about all of you guys forever as well. Hey man, I'm gonna do 2-1-2. Hey man, I'm gonna do 2-1-2. Hey man, do 2-1-2. Hey man, I'm gonna do 2-1-2. Hey man, like, why do you guys not like me? Well, obviously I'm trying to push for 2-1-2 when you guys aren't prepared and you guys are unknowledgeable. No, it's like we're not given the information. Unprepared. So trust me, if you play this with me and you follow some strategy and you do this, you work with your team, you're going to be so happy that you are now a cooperative team player, and you know, and things are going well. So hopefully some of you will respond back to this, you know, constructively. I don't want to hear any pessimistic things. If you're just going to be a troll and go and say, you know, I literally put this video for you guys for 40 minutes long. I did not have to take 40 minutes out of my life to explain all this crap to you that I've learned. Alright? And this stupid strategy right here with Smite Teleport and Ignite Teleport that just brutally works. Brutally, it works. Alright? The other thing is that at the start of the game, you do want to get into what I consider as the gank bush. Let me see what I can do here. This is never going to work because my computer always crashes. Yep, there it goes. Oh, never mind. We were not able to do a gank push this game. Because we had a jungler who was just... Actually, this guy was a pretty good jungler, but I don't want to rely on a pretty good jungler. I don't want to say, hopefully this guy's going to be a pretty good jungler. I just want to say, we're going to win, and that's going to be that. You know, so you're going to see... I'm almost positive you're going to see in this game a gank push. I'm sorry I'm doing this. I'm making this video even longer. I am sorry. Yep, the gank bush, okay? This is the gank bush, alright? You want to get two guys in this gank bush. One with Ignite and one with, obviously, Smite. Not that the Smite is going to help for the gank bush, okay? But if you have this one guy, Zach, alright? If this instead now is... That didn't help. Yeah. If this is instead Kale... and this is instead Zach. Alright, we do want Zach with the Ignite so that he can be securing this kill. So I do end up having Smite Ignite here. But it's like, if you have both of these guys in this gank push, Smite Ignite, alright, this Lux and whoever else was on the enemy team, Draven, if they were camping the gank bush, my Graves and whoever else was bottom. Oh wait, no, is that a Lux on my team? I think it is a Lux on my team. Yeah, if Graves was in this gank bush, wow, Inazika's here? What up, Inazika? Bro, I can't believe Inazika. Yo, Inazika and a taco? Dang, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Lion the Beast, he's still on my friends list too. I don't know if he is. Whatever. Let's go back to it. If they were just in that gang push, Javen would have been dead. Alright, you throw out one stun as Lux, and you got one Graves with Ignite, and you're just, you know, it's like, you're just gonna get first bloods left and right, just cause, like, you know, you got the nice team comp. This is what's supposed to go down, okay? This is what I require, alright? As soon as these minion lines come out, you jump out of the gank bush. If there's nobody there, jump out of the gank bush and start killing minions. I literally need to get the first, you know, it's like, you need to get minions, you know, you need to get rid of these minions and get some CS. So I literally stole, that's the first minion that I stole, and probably the only minion that I stole for a good, like, 10 minutes, okay? But as you can see here, just as the, alright, so I went way too far back. Please tell me, oh man, way too far forward. I can't have that time wasted, okay? Us as the team, we cannot have that time wasted. As soon as these minions start to get closer and closer, you start attacking, alright? Forget it. Gank push, it's done. Okay, your window of opportunity for gank pushing, the guy's not there, he's not showing up. Let's get these minions. Alright? He's still in the bush, like waiting to get a gank. It's not gonna work that way. You're not gonna get that first blood gank push, 2 versus 1, you know, surprise, terror, unsuspecting, whatever, just, you know, because you're hiding in that bush, right? There's not a lot of cases where that will end up, you know, working out in your guys' favor. So as soon as, okay, I love this right here. I love how much damage we pump out on the turret on this first thing. This is what I want to see. It should take you guys 3 minion waves, literally 3 minion waves to pump down the turret, okay? If you have a good team, you're going to get 3 minion waves, turret should be down. And then as soon as that turret's down, boom, you should be, you know, we get one guy, you send one guy to mid. Literally, both of you guys should get out of mid, though. In this situation, now I'm just totally talking too much. But literally, once this tower goes down, you guys should both go to mid. And as soon as the lane does get back, okay, you should send one guy back, whoever it is, Caston or the other guy, Nasus. Literally, you want to be sending, you know, in this situation, it's okay to send Caston back, because it's a Kali. You know, she's AP. But, most cases, it's an AD top opponent, so you want to send back the Nasus AD, you know, because he's going to be easily getting the kills. He's going to easily be able to hold his lane, whereas for me, if I'm against the Pantheon top lane and not in the Kali, and I go back to defend the lane while Nasus roams, it's got to, you know, I got to hold out for a long time, and I got to be, I'm just hoping, dreaming, wishing, praying, everything that Nasus comes back, because I'm not going to be able to kill, you know, that AD guy on my own without, you know, some real skill, which I do have real skill, and I have done that before, but it is very tough. So I'm hoping, praying, and wishing that my Nasus does get back. Alright, it's okay to swing. It's not okay to get unfocused and just start dancing. You know, I don't care if you swing out of lane, you go help another lane, but get back to your lane after and don't leave me all on my own, or leave your, you know, your player, your AP guy. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I promise I'm done. That's everything. That's literally, I even remembered what I forgot, which is amazing. So, everything is here. Can't wait. Hopefully you guys come back. I'm going to post this to WNX forums within the next 15-20 hour. I'm going to upload this to YouTube first, and then I'll post a link to the WNX forums. I can't wait. You know, WNX community, you guys are such a great community. Oh, okay, cool. You guys are such a great community for, you know, playing video games, doing everything, and just, I have such a great time with you guys, and I'd love to do more and show you guys, you know, what's really amazing about playing a game with Tig Abdallah versus just playing a game with anybody else. You know? So I put that all here for you. And I try to put notes in my friends list, okay? Inuzika, he has no notes. You joking me? Anybody have a note? 212. Asgunner has a 212. Is he in the guild? Is he in the clan? He's not in the clan. Anyways, I literally will clear my friends list, and anyone who does not have cool player or 212, okay, in my friends list, when I do get full, I've gotten full like 300 times. Excuse me, 3 times I've gotten full. You see, he's got, I know this guy's amazing. I will literally delete off anyone not in clan who does not have 212 or amazing player in their note under their name. Because I don't care anymore. I'm done with, like, just being that one guy who's, like, genuinely, you know, is like being genuine He's being like calm and zen, and he's like, "Hey man, don't be mad at your teammate and don't rage. Okay, it's not his fault. Just tell him. Don't tell him you suck. Just tell him last time you died. Maybe next time try it like this." And tell him, so he knows, okay? He's not going to get any better if you tell him, you suck, you suck, you suck. He's going to get better if you say, hey man, that didn't work, okay? You built this item, that didn't work, alright? You went into this situation and that didn't work, alright? So, next time, I know it'll work if you do it like this. So how about next time we do it like that, right? We see, how it goes. So I've done that in a ton of games, and suddenly we'll pull through a victory. Through, like, innumerable heavy odds, okay? And it works when you are talking like that to your teammates and you are being that one genuine, true, that guy, okay, who's constructive and he's not raging. But I can't do it anymore. I've done it too many times, alright? I had the teamwork honorable emblem immediately, alright? Immediately I started playing this game, and within like 3 days I had the teamwork emblem, alright? But I just can't do it anymore. I can and I will, but I don't want to. I've done it enough already, and it has not gotten me to my 2-1-2 perfect, amazing team, where everybody's just ready to do it, And I want to start hitting ranked, but I'm not going to play ranked with an idiot team who does stuff that's just idiotic. Alright, I'm not ready to be ranked with any one of you guys who play 1-1-2 jungle. Period. Okay, period. Maybe one day in the future, but for now, not even close. I'm not even going to attempt trying it, because I hate getting stuck on a shitty elo for no reason. I played 2 games total with you guys, and it didn't go well with the 1-1-2, with the tested and true, actual 1-1-2 and a jungler, Anyways, that's that. I can't talk anymore. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget, email me. As soon as you email me, it gets on my phone. Okay, send me an email and say, hey man, I'm interested in this 2-1-2, let's try it out, okay? I will immediately hop on within 5 minutes and be like, bro, time to try it out. Alright, I will bring in one person onto the team, and I will literally go through Team Builder and be like, yo, this is how we're doing it, are you down? And he'll be like, no. And I'll be like, kick. And I'll be like, alright, this is how we're doing it, are you down? And he'll say no, and kick. So we will literally, okay, you email me, literally, we will get to this 2-1-2 attempt, alright? And we will get you into being good at it, so literally, who was it? Sakido? Me and Sakido, we both queued, because we only had 2 of us. We both queued. I queued as Thresh or Lysandra. We both queued as the AP. The AP top, the AP bot. And all you need is just, those 2 are the toughest roles to fill. So as soon as you get that with the 2-1-2, it's like, just landslide. Complete, what is it? Snowball. Or what's the other thing called? Avalanche. It's literally an avalanche. It's like a 10 million ton avalanche once you get those 2 AP roles filled. So yeah, I can't wait to talk to you guys. I'm sorry this video took me 8 hours to make, and it wasn't just like 15 seconds where it's like, yo, boom, 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 done. Alright, take care. It's WNX Missile. Can't wait to hang out with you guys later. Love to get in Mumble and discuss stuff with you and put this together. If you're just gonna be a troll though, take it somewhere else. I don't want to hear crap.